Yo, what up, though, people? Welcome to the C Money Podcast, where we talk that straight cash money talk. I got my dogs in the building. What up, though, y'all?
Hey,
What it is?
That nigga said, "Hey, what the fuck?" Hey, but what's going on with y'all, though, man?
Another Sunday, as always.
Yeah, shit. I feel you. How you feeling, JV?
man, feeling great, ready to knock this out so I can cook some food, but ready to talk about it.
Man, you already know. Well, we finna jump right into it. Well, without, know what I'm saying, further introduction, we got the NBA Finals starting this Thursday. So if we finna jump right into it, we got the Mavs versus the Boston Celtics. JV, any predictions? Any fucking surprises that you got so far out of this playoffs? Talk to me.
Mavs in 6, Luka NBA Finals MVP.
Is there a specific reason why?
I don't trust the Boston Celtics.
That's fair as hell. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They will shoot themselves out of a game so damn fast. I mean, hey.
Right, it's gonna be interesting, but I don't believe in Tatum. I don't even believe that Tatum is the best player on their team. But I don't think Jaylen Brown is really. I'm just being honest, well, I don't believe Jaylen Brown is actually. I believe both of them are stars, not superstars.
Oh, really? You should be you should have been on the show. That you should have been on that recording because boy, somebody believes that they're superstars. Well, one of them.
Who believes? Snitch on them. Don't snitch on them right now. Who believes?
Oh shit. Here we go.
I ain't gonna bother to even say. We could talk about that later.
No, I want to know so I can say something to him when they come around.
No.
Who is it?
Oh no, you can know about it later. Trust me.
It's Rob, ain't it?
No, it's not
He
Rob.
said it's Rob. Damn, throw Rob under the bus like Rob.
Yeah, you see Rob. Yeah, look, you gotta do JVG on your own time because I was talking about Rob.
I don't think Rob said that shit though.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to find out. Y'all gonna have to let me know right in the private chat.
We got you. But no, Wally, any predictions? Any surprises so far out of this playoffs? Talk to me. Who you got in this series? Mavs, Celtics, and what? I'm saying, what surprised you so far about this playoff?
I mean, the only surprising we have different teams once again, which is somewhat of a good thing. I mean, I'll say it's a good thing because it shows that the NBA is becoming more competitive. You're not seeing the same face there because most people thought the Nuggets were going to be there. Sadly enough, that's not the case this year. That's not the case.
Yeah.
But as far as like who I have winning, honestly, I really don't have no. I'm really just looking at it as a basketball fan, and just like, hey, look, whoever wins, congratulations. I really don't have one here, but if I'm just looking at it for what it is, I mean, it's all really dependable. Word on the street is Porzingis might make his return back, but I don't know how effective that may be if he comes in. But if it does becomes like a duo versus duo matchup, I do believe that Mavs do got the better two team players with Kyrie and Luka versus Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. For me, I just think as time as I've seen it, I mean, I know a lot of people say what they want to say about Jason Tatum, but I look at Jason Tatum as being up there. But let's be honest, you always got to know there's always got to be a compliment of everything, right? And as far as I know, Jaylen Brown always finds a way to somehow tank backwards and never, stand right there next to Tatum. So that's just one thing I'm looking at. Like,
hold on, say that shit again.
Yeah, I said it. You heard me. I said it.
I didn't hear it. Say it again one more time.
I said Jaylen Brown tends to tank backwards in efforts when he's on the court.
In comparison to, he's saying basically when Tatum, when Tatum steps up, JB doesn't step up.
Yeah, Brown takes a step back and probably I'm a infer a lot of stuff. Brown takes a step back in high pressure games where games matter. That's what you alluding to.
Basically, yeah, basically. So
That
that's
is
my main.
completely the opposite. That's why the
No,
media need to stop. Who played better in? Remember when the Boston Celtics played the Warriors in the finals?
okay,
Just
that was
like 2
Warriors.
years ago. Yeah, like 4 years ago. All right, where he go?
It
Who
was a
played better, Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown?
shoot. I don't even remember, to be honest with
I honestly would say Tatum played better, bro.
It was Jalen Brown.
you. Yeah, but that
I
was that game though.
Not he go. This entire playoff run, who's played better, Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown?
This whole run? Are you serious?
Yeah, this whole run.
Tatum.
Mm,
If
I'm
you
be
look at
quiet.
the effort that's on the court, Tatum, from all aspects of the game, Tatum. Are we serious?
mm,
I mean,
that's one.
we can draw it up and look at
I'm
every
being
other game.
serious. I'm just
I'm
thinking that
looking at
it's.
every game. I mean, to be honest with you, the fact that he won MVP for that finals, I mean, good for him. But I think, in my visuals, I think Tatum should have got it. But hey, either which way, I don't care.
Yeah, I
You
mean, it's
are
definitely interesting.
skin level.
But hey,
Huh?
look, we got my dogs in the building too. We got my boy Rob and my boy Ramsey in the building. What's going on with y'all?
What up, dog?
What's happening, fellas?
All right.
Man, same shit, different day. Nate, now since we talking about it still, not I ain't mean to cut you and JVJ off, Wally. But hey, I'm gonna ask y'all too while y'all here. Mavs Celtics, who y'all got?
Ooh, man, this is tough. I would say the Celtics should be the safe choice just
Mm-hmm.
because how they been killing folks. But man, you never know, bro. These two brand new teams that ain't really come this far, so it'd be a surprise, bro. Honestly, but if I was to bet, I would probably have to go Celtics.
And how many
We got
games?
one vote for the Celtics.
And how many games?
Just go ahead and be safe and
I
say seven, bro.
mean, I wanna say seven, but that's no fun. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be close. Like I think it's gonna
That's
be
why it's
really close, but I just
competition.
think the Celtics got like I don't know, bro.
And I didn't hear you. The
I don't
reason
know,
I'm
bro. I
asking
think the
because I
Celtics got
said
enough defense.
not. I'm saying the only reason I'm
Go ahead.
saying that is because I'm calling Mavs and six. Mavs and six. So what you got? Celtics and what?
Mavs and six. It would have to be 6 or 7.
All right.
I
So
don't think either
Celtics.
team gonna win in
Six,
less than
seven.
5 games. But I think Celtics. I'll go Celtics and damn, 7.
All right. Celtics and seven. All right. All right.
I know
Celtics
that
to seven
may
ain't a
sound like a
bad,
weak ass
not a
pick,
bad
but
pick.
man, yeah,
Nah,
nah.
it's not because I mean these type of situations you never fucking know in all honesty. So, but hey, Big Rob though, what's happening? You got Mavs or Celtics, my dog?
Well, first thing first, I don't understand why I'm the only person with a camera on him.
Cause you special. Look at your
uh,
special self.
Shit,
Yeah, hold up.
y'all
We
want to
really
see
gonna
how I
do
look
that
right
right
now?
now. We really
yeah,
gonna do that right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a
yeah,
show.
no,
It's a
no, I
show.
got you. Hold up, I got you. Fuck it,
All
fuck
right,
it,
yeah,
man.
We
yeah, it's
really
a
gonna do that
show.
right now.
Hold on, everybody, we
This
all
is a
cameras
special
on? Hold
episode
on,
of
bro.
this.
Hold on.
All
All right.
Fuck
right,
it.
yeah.
Don't worry
Let me
You
about
let
want
it.
to
me
see
get
the
right.
We on
people
that. Fuck it.
talking? All right, but
Let me get right.
so
What's
yeah,
happening?
I agree with JBJ.
God
Um,
damn.
I would say the 6 or 7 Mavs only because Boston at times, with them having a great team, and even with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown being great,
Yep.
bro, they be for some reason they could be so inconsistent, bro, at times, and I don't know. It's crazy because I never saw a duel where one guy on, the other one is off, or both of them they could easily be off. And so there's been some
Yeah.
games where the role players have to carry them a lot, especially in this last series. Even though they swept the Pacers, there's been some games the Pacers honestly it wasn't for them beating themselves even without Tyler I felt like they had an opportunity to at least win 2 games in that series.
Yeah,
But I like how the Mavs is playing. Honestly, I like how Kyrie is playing. I mean, he's I want to say his game is maturing, but
it low key
you,
is though.
you could tell he's in a good space, and you could tell like he know how to win now. And I
Yeah, you
don't know.
definitely do, bro.
I think Mark Cuban done a good job making him feel comfortable, accepting him for him. Kyrie, he really embracing his leadership role, and that's been a very big problem, I would say, in his career after he left the Cavs. He had his opportunity to try to be that leader for this Boston team. It didn't work
Mhm.
out. Going to Boston, having his issues, with the vaccine and everything. Um, Now he's in a good space now. And it's showing. He's
Yeah,
proving people that he could play with Luca. And that whole team, I feel like, is following his lead. And I think having a guy like Jason Kidd to also help him out is helping Kyrie a lot as well. So I got the Mavs. I think they just been between the Mavs and Boston. Mavs been the most consistent.
okay. How many games you got since JBJ wants to go that route?
I want to say 6. I won't be surprised in 7. That would be crazy when 7 in Boston. That would be crazy. But I think 6. I think he'll get. I think the Mavs. They've been a good road team this play. I think they'll get at least one in Boston.
Yeah, the Mavs have been playing real good on the road. I'm glad you pointed that out because either either that's been just going over people's head or people just been ignoring that. But historically, and it's kind of going to show itself really in game one. But I don't know if y'all noticed that Kyrie has not won a game in Boston since he stepped on the logo all them years ago when he played for Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So that's another thing we got to keep in mind. I don't know if it's a mental
That
thing
ain't
or I
that
don't
ain't
know.
that
Huh?
ain't a lot of that ain't even really. I say it's not significant just for the simple fact that we know Kyrie was hurt pretty much majority of the time that he was in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and now
True.
he's getting to Dallas, and it's his second year. Actually, really his first and a half year because he really didn't get a lot of time with them before. So I ain't gonna trip on that one. I think that's a non-factor because I think he got a bone to pick with them anyways.
That was my other question. So that's kind of playing a role into my pick. But at the same time, it's like is Dallas no Diddy when I say this, but is Dallas big enough to play against Boston? You know what I'm saying? Like Al Horford's pretty tall. They got, you know what I'm saying, they got a bigger lineup. Jason Tatum's not a short player. I mean, I get Luca's not either, but and then also for the flip side of Boston, can they run and catch and defend those lobs that Dallas has been throwing this whole fucking playoffs? And nobody's been able to stop that.
I
So
don't
Ain't
think.
forgetting Porzingis coming back.
I don't
I
trust. I don't
mean,
believe. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't believe in Porzingis. He don't scare me at all. I
Man, look,
think.
yeah, I was about to say it's that.
I think. Look, size is not a matter. It's not. Size don't matter for them because they just beat Minnesota. I mean, they got
True.
Rudy Gobert and Cat. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
Rudy Gobert is
but shit, I will say Minnesota
I mean,
size
they've
didn't
been
matter
playing
because
big teams.
they wasn't even playing as big men. They kept playing stretch.
They've been
that's
playing big
true.
teams.
They
Teams
wasn't.
bigger than them all playoffs. The Clippers,
We
uh,
gotta we gotta be real. That
OKC.
Porzingis shit, him coming back. I don't fear that not in one bit. Who shoots better, Cat or Porzingis?
Cat.
I ain't talking about offense. I'm just talking about just having
Yeah, I ain't talking about
fucking.
offense either. I'm
I'm
talking
just
about
talking
the
about
defense.
having
No,
a
but
7 footer
but
that
see,
can.
that's
Well,
where you
as a
that's
defender,
where you
he
gonna
definitely ain't worrying about him.
that's where you about to trade off because Porzingis never been known as being a rim protector, and we can say Cat's not either. But
Look,
they
what I'm
running
saying
Cat
is,
and Gobert.
I'm pretty sure the Celtics
Who
coaching
else are
is
gonna put
gonna
in there?
have. Say what?
Who else are they gonna put in there to match up with Dallas's size? Because Dallas is actually bigger.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like Boston uses
50-50.
their size way better than fucking Minnesota did. You got
That's the
motherfucking
thing.
Cat hovering over the 3-point line up until the last game, and then he want to try and get aggressive. Like you're not gonna win having your 7-footers just getting in foul trouble on defense and then playing on the perimeter on offense,
Well,
especially if they shot not falling. So if the Celtics can use Porzingis for whatever they can use him for, his size, however, they've been good for plugging in pieces. That's how that team is built.
That
Everybody do their fucking job. You know what I'm saying? So as long as he do what he's
true.
supposed to do, if he's supposed to rim protect or whatever the fuck that look like, and he can get the job done, then I think that'll be good enough. He ain't gotta be a scorer.
well, hold
He ain't
on.
got, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta be what Cat was supposed to be or what Gobert is supposed to be. He ain't gotta be a defensive player of the year. You know what I mean? Like he ain't gotta be a second or third leading scorer. That ain't his job. But you know, just like how
Fair.
OKC came in, everybody does their fucking job. Nobody had to be a superstar.
And they got their ass bust though.
Yeah.
But
You know what I'm saying? And that's how Boston. Y'all sleep on Boston saying they inconsistent. They seem inconsistent because they've been blowing motherfuckers out by 30.
No, they
And they
not,
stars
bro.
and the stars are sick the whole fourth quarter.
Stop it. No.
What you mean?
No,
It ain't
bro.
like shit. They been blowing motherfuckers out. And we
Nah,
talking about
bro.
inconsistency.
Bro,
Blowing them out.
they could have easily lost game one against the Pacers, bro. It
But
wasn't Pacers. Being a young team
that's one
messed up
game.
the Pacers. They could have easily lose about at least 2-3 games in that series. But I'm talking about overall, they are for them to be great. They could be very inconsistent, especially Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Now I agree with JBJ again. Y'all talking about Dallas is undersized. They big man. They two young big men. They've been probably more consistent this whole playoffs. Likely.
Yeah, they have been
And
dominating.
what's the
Yeah.
other dude that they got from the Wizards?
Garland.
They're trying to
No,
trade
you
that
talking about Gafford.
Gabbard.
Yeah, Gaffer. I always get his name mixed. I always call that boy Garland. But keep
You know
going,
what I'm
Rob.
saying?
My bad.
And Dallas, they got shooters too. They, PJ Walker, when sometimes he could be a little iffy, but for the most part, since he got to Dallas, he's been very good.
Yeah,
You
PJ been
know,
straight.
But
they got a
all right,
they
I was
got
gonna say
they
shit.
got a deep bench. They got
I
a
was-
bench.
Another thing as far as consistency, Kyrie ain't been consistent. He
That's
has
a
not been
lie.
consistent.
That's a lie.
Kyrie has not
Against
been
what?
consistent.
That's a
He'll
lie.
What?
wait and pick his motherfucking spots. But he has not been consistent. He'll score when he absolutely needs to. In the fourth quarter, he'll go into
That's
the
for
fourth
sure.
quarter with 12 points and end up with 30. That's not being consistent. You know what I'm saying?
No, but he do everything else good though. A lot of people see one thing I like about Kyrie this year that's like separate him. Like I feel like he's been great this year overall. Number one, he's been the better defender this year. He's been guarding pretty much the best player in the playoffs. You know, him getting his players involved. That's another thing. I
Yeah.
mean, I never really saw that too much in his career. So that's why when you look at his points, you look like, damn, he only scored like what, 15 points, but he's doing everything else, playing defense, getting his players involved, and plus when you got Luka, bro, I mean, let's keep it real. Luka is that guy on that team. So if Luka ain't on, you could forget everything else. So I think Kyrie, he's been consistent, very consistent this playoffs because he's doing a lot more now.
Shit, like I would say he
Yeah,
ain't
I
been
mean,
consistent the same way Jason Tatum ain't been consistent. They both winning games though. They
now,
both
Yeah,
winning
but
games.
Jason
That's the
Tatum supposed
bottom
to be the
line
best
though.
player. Jason
That's
Tatum
the
supposed to
bottom
be the
line.
best player on that team.
That boy Jason Tatum be done playing by halftime.
see, and this is why I have a hard time really picking between the two. But
Yeah, I want to know who you got.
if we're gonna be real,
I didn't even vote who I
I'm
got.
yeah. Wally, you go ahead. 'Cause, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want to say the wrong shit.
Wally Gator was his. Yeah, Wally, who you
No, I
got?
didn't. I didn't vote for
Yeah, I'm saying,
mine. I was making statements.
I
No,
said I
go
thought
ahead,
I
go ahead.
did. Go ahead. Yeah, who you got?
No, I really don't want to pick.
Go ahead
But
and say it, man. Just say it.
He gonna
nah,
say
I really don't.
Boston.
Honestly, no. I'm gonna pick. So here's the reason why I'm gonna pick Boston. Y'all
I
were
knew
talking
it.
about the reason why y'all talking about that bench earlier. My thing is this: take away. Okay, look. This is how I look at it. When I look at, let's say hypothetically, right? If you just take away for a moment take away Luka, take away Kyrie, then take away Jason Tatum, take away Jaylen Brown, right? From Mavs side, you got PJ, you got Garford, right? And then it's like, okay, yeah, Gafford. How do you say the name properly? And then you look at the other side. I think in some form of depth, Boston has a little bit more depth than they do, in my honest opinion. Because the way it looks for me, the way I see it, I think they have a little bit more depth, and I think long term wise, that's going to be the question factor of this whole game. But like I said, I do believe that Mavs got a better duo, so that all depends.
So
and how many
you got,
games?
Celtics and what?
Celtics, I think, they're going to have to pull that stretch for 7.
Celtics and 7. All right. Here we go. Back on you. C Money. I need to know. I want to know real quick so I can say something.
Well, all of y'all made such great points.
Say it, man. Say it with your chest.
I ain't gonna lie, all y'all made great points. But nigga, it's fuck Boston till the day I hit the grave, nigga. Dallas in 6.
All right, so we got 2 Dallas in 6, and from Wally with Boston in 7, and Ramsey, Mr. Thunder, 6 or 7 Boston. 6 or 7. We got to run down the matchups. Look who they got on the team, who they got starting. Dallas just dealt with a team that can do what Boston can do.
Mm-hmm.
They just dealt with them. They just played them in Minnesota. Man, look, I'm be honest with you. I don't believe Jason Tatum is going to step up in this playoffs. If he does, that will be his. I might garner him superstar level because he's not a superstar to me. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, none of them are superstars, in my honest opinion. They're not. They're not on the level of a Kyrie and a goddamn Luka just because of what they do and how they impact their teams. They're on a really good team. They got that old school build up like the Spurs, like the Detroit Pistons. Everybody comes in and plays good because who was carrying them in the first round? That was the man that wanted to shave his whole head off. Y'all remember who I'm talking about? There you go. That was who was carrying them, and it was Jaylen Brown helping them out. Jason Tatum was nowhere to be found.
I don't think he wanted to shave. I don't think he wanted to shave his head. I think that nigga had no choice. Just had to add that. My bad. Nah, his shit was.
Go ahead.
His shit was about.
It was running. It was running on. You just say chalk it up to the game, buddy. All right, but in the first round, it was White and it was Brown that was getting them where they needed to get to. In the second round, it was majority Brown. And when they paid the Pacers, just like Rob said earlier, I think it was Rob that said it, the Pacers could have won game 1, and they could have won a lot of them games. That was just a great matchup for Boston to get into because they actually have a little bit more experience. We can't forget that Boston had already been to the finals before. They had been to the finals. They had been there. This team, this main group have already been to the finals before. So they got past them. But when they go up against Dallas, like I understand this is Luka's first time getting there. It's not Kyrie's.
At all.
It's not. Like Luka's gonna come in. Like I just watched the whole fucking hour-long breakdown of Luka as a player. And what he's doing right now, he's gonna be the next face. I wanted it to be Anthony Edwards. I was like, whoever came out of that series between them two was going to be the next face because I believe the winner's coming out of the West. I don't believe Boston's going to win it. Now, Boston could surprise me, and I'm talking all proud and bold and direct about it. They could possibly win, but I don't believe they're going to get past Dallas. They cannot guard that pick and roll that they run. They've already dealt with a small forward or power forward being able to stretch out and shoot threes because that's all the Cat wanted to do. They always ran Rudy at the 5. And guess what? They guarded that shit. Now, I know Porzingis can stretch it out, but Porzingis probably ain't going to... Man, the dude ain't played basketball in a month? Y'all think he just going to come in and just be whopping them out? He ain't been whopping them out for a long time since he was in New York.
Nice.
I believe they got a really good chance to beat them because they have nobody that can guard Luka. They have nobody that can guard Kyrie. Now, when it comes to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, can they shut them down? Hell no. But they got Jones to guard. They got PJ Washington to guard. Luka's gonna have to guard a couple of them. Kyrie gonna probably be sitting on White the whole time. But I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it.
So he could probably low key check Jaylen Brown because like I say, he been checking the best player. He first round he had to check Paul George. Second round, I think he was a little bit off Shea, and then sometimes the other young boy that's playing next to Shea, and then he played Anthony Edwards. So and Kyrie's undersized for his position. So
main reason I think they gonna chill out on that one, the only reason, and this is the only reason, because I would 100% agree with you. The only reason I think they not gonna have him do that a lot is because Boston does have a bench. They have a deeper bench than what Dallas actually has. But Dallas still got
that's
at
what
least
I
three
was
coming off the bench. They got at least 3 guys. Like I know that Boston gonna be looking at Pritchard to come off the bench and give them some buckets. Who else y'all got? Who else for the people that pick Boston? Who else Boston got besides Pritchard that's gonna come in and help?
I don't fucking know. I ain't even pick Boston.
can I
I
ask
know that's why
something?
I asked the people that pick Boston.
Can I ask
That's
something?
what.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No, go ahead, Rob.
No, Jay, you go ahead.
Wally saying something. Wally on mute.
Sorry, I said they're gonna have Al Horford on the defensive end, but that's pretty much for that part.
Nobody worry about him.
You can say what you want, but he gets 10. He gets 10.
But
at least.
how deep are y'all? How deep are y'all talking? How deep in the bench y'all think these teams gonna go?
Deep
Bro,
enough.
That's why I
Really only
said.
This is
looking
the
like
playoffs.
1, 2, 3
This
people
is-
coming
hey,
off the
this is
bench.
the
That's why I said 3. That's why I said 3. There's only probably
No,
3 that's
But
gonna
I'm
come
saying,
off. Dallas
but
I'm
gonna chalk theirs up to 2. It's gonna be 2 people coming off that bench for real, unless foul trouble happens.
bro.
Everybody else, like Boston, I see them bringing 3 off the bench. I can see Dallas bringing 3. I don't see. I mean, I can see Boston bringing 3 off of their bench. I don't see Dallas bringing really more than 2 unless somebody gets in foul trouble. So it's really gonna come down to what your starter's gonna do.
man, that's
So
what I'm saying.
like, so
Honestly,
Boston got Pritchard. Who else?
I mean, I really trust Dallas big man over Celtics because they more active, bro. They consistently get rebounds. They consistently, hey, you know what? On pick and roll, they are excellent. You know what I'm saying? So many live plays they get. You know, so on the defensive end, they've been more consistent. So Al Horford, bro, he ain't. I mean, yeah, he can shoot you a wide open three. You know what I'm saying? Post you up a little bit, bro. But he ain't gonna. He's not no real threat for real, bro. Especially on the defensive end, he's not. And Porzingis, like Jay said, man, Porzingis ain't been shit since the Knicks days, bro. Since he got injured, you know what I'm saying? That one time where he became an all-star and he was looking like the Caucasian version of KD damn near, but he got injured. Ever since he got that injury, he ain't been the same, bro. And they got him
From Dallas.
Boston got Porzingis, so maybe to get him over the hump. They don't really need that nigga. And you expect him to come back from an injury, all of a sudden just make an impact? I don't see it. I think the Mavs, bro, they've been the best team in the playoffs.
well, I mean, nonetheless, I mean, overall, I think we all can agree the size in this. I think size shown throughout the whole playoffs. It really don't matter because even Luka, like whenever time Luka was facing any team, he still was trying to get like 10 rebounds. I don't know what the situation was when he went to go get him, but at the end of the damn day, if the big man ain't there or if he is, he went to go get him. So
the key player
That's Luka game, man.
real.
That's just Luka game. That's like saying why did LeBron get 10, 15 rebounds? Luka he a triple-double machine. As I told you, I watched that hour-long documentary on that dude game, like his breakdown. Dude, he been doing this shit since like 2000 and fucking since he was 18 years old. I feel like that. Since he was 18. He only 25 right now. He only 25. The
Yeah,
dude
and
been
it's
doing
inadvertent triple
triple-doubles.
double. He gets it effortlessly.
Yeah, it's just the way that he played because he can't play as fast as a lot of other people. So he's gonna end up in spots that, like if it like me or you, any of us were a guard. That shot go up, we taking off. You already know a point guard's rule is every time that shot goes up, you take the fuck off and get on a fast break. And whoever's the
Yeah.
furthest man out, which is usually either a small forward, shooting guard, or power like point guard, they're gonna be the furthest out. They tell y'all to take the fuck off. Big man job is great at rebound, but Luka, the way he plays and who he guards, he ends up in positions where Easy
He
rebound.
just there sometimes.
Yeah, he just happened to be there a lot. His game ain't for athleticism. That dude just he know how to stop real good. If that makes sense to y'all.
The key
Yeah,
for
Luka got
Boston,
breaks.
the key for Boston is going to be really Drew Holiday because I mean, who
Yeah.
He gonna be on Kyrie. He gonna be on Kyrie. Kyrie gonna cook him.
I
I don't
think
know.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't
I
think
think
it's one
Kyrie
player
gonna
from
do
either
it.
team that's
But
gonna
this the
be
thing.
like
But this the thing with
an
Drew.
overwhelming difference.
But this the thing with Drew though. Like I think Kyrie he gonna get his. Like, you're right. The one thing about Drew,
Drew just need a few.
this is why he's great. When you need a stop, he known for just getting a stop when you need it.
Yeah, he just need a few. Kyrie can win the war. It's like playing cornerback and wide receiver. The receiver's gonna majority of the time catch the ball. All you
Yeah.
need to do is just get one play. Get one play. And that's what position Drew is gonna be in when he's playing defense against Kyrie, because that's who they're gonna put on. Or they gonna switch it out between. They really gonna cycle people. It's gonna be Drew guarding him, it's gonna be Brown guarding him, and it's gonna be Derek White guarding him. They
Yeah.
not gonna put Tatum on. If Tatum get put on him, it's because of a switch. They are gonna try to save Tatum because they still believe that Tatum is their best fucking player, and he's not. He just remind people of Kobe, and they light skin bias.
Bro, they gotta stop that. No, you don't.
No, I'm just saying
I'm
though.
putting it
That's,
together.
Kyrie more so remind me of Kobe.
no, the only reason they say it is because remember he was going to them camps with Kobe right before Kobe passed, and he was talking about Kobe so much they would always ask him about Kobe, so they
So
automatically try
what?
to associate it over there. But I'm like,
So
nah,
what?
bro. Jaylen Brown has been the better performer for that team
Just
in
because
these
you meat
playoffs. I
riding with
know.
it.
Nigga, what?
Look at the stats.
What?
Just look at the stats. I
Hell
watched
nah,
the
you ain't gonna say
playoffs.
that.
Hey, look,
Jaylen Brown been
look,
playing
Hell
better
nah.
than
I
Brown.
need to wait. I need to
What'd you
collect
say?
all these to
What'd you
make
say?
sure that's true because I don't know.
What you say?
No, he said that Jalen. He said between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown has played better throughout the playoffs. I don't know if that's
that boy
ultimately
Jason
true.
Tatum only been playing half the games.
What? Here. Hold up. If Jason Tatum only been playing half the games,
My
and
hands
Jaylen
up,
Brown
my
only
hands
been
tied.
playing half the games,
Four
Bro.
quarters in the last year, except for one. Bro.
Jason Tatum been sitting the house. Steph been sitting the motherfucking fourth quarters when they been blowing motherfuckers out.
Bro, what they having, bro? They've been playing the whole.
Jason Tatum has been sitting,
The
bro.
last game they've been playing. They both played 44 minutes.
I'm talking about out of the playoffs. Jason Tatum has been sitting.
No, he
Majority of the
hasn't.
end of the games.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has, because they've
Jaylen,
been blowing motherfuckers out, bro.
if that's the case, then if Jaylen
That is
Brown
the
was sitting
case.
down, okay, let's say that is the case. I'm agree with you. If that's the case, then that means Jaylen Brown will sit down too.
No, not necessarily.
No.
Not
Yes, he
necessarily.
do.
No.
Yes, he
They don't sit at the same time. Just like how Kyrie and Luka don't sit at the same time. One takes over and then the other one takes over. It's the same shit. Boston will go up by 20 or 30 and Jason Tatum will be on the bench for the fourth quarter.
No.
Yes. Go back and look. That motherfucker was
I'm looking
sitting,
at
bro.
it, man. I'm look. Jason Tatum has not been playing that good these playoffs. He hasn't.
He didn't have to. They've been blowing motherfuckers out by 20 and 30.
Because Jaylen Brown been doing it.
Bro, they'll go up by 20 and 30, and then Jason Tatum will
Because of
sit.
Jaylen Brown.
Because of all of them. They're a team. They're the best put together team.
Well, I'll say it like this: as far as looking
Easily.
at the team when they face the Pacers, even though those were close games, but even when they faced the Pacers, Jason Tatum had way more performance than Jaylen Brown did.
Yeah, because he had to
In
play.
what game? In
But
what game?
all them
three of the
series
four
before
games.
that, when Jaylen Brown's numbers was up, Jason Tatum was sitting because they was blowing motherfuckers out by 20 and 30 every night.
In
All
what
right, look,
game are y'all talking about?
I'm talking
He's talking about in
right
the
now.
game that
I'm
they-
looking at only the Pacers. I'm looking at the Pacers right now because I haven't got all of them. But Pacers,
He's talking about basically in the games that they won.
the game one, Jason Tatum was up on that one. Game two, that was Jaylen Brown. He got that one. Game 3 and 4, that's all Tatum.
Keep going.
I mean, we are, but this ain't
Again,
about,
I don't got the
this
Pacers
is-
so far. I didn't get the full collection.
We shouldn't be
Like I said,
arguing
I was
about.
wondering because when you said it, I was like, okay, let me look that up. So I'm thinking Jason Tatum has actually been the more better player, but unless otherwise, that's why I'm looking at these stats. But I'm trying to see.
Jason Tatum done
But
played more minutes than Jaylen Brown. 4 more minutes to be like
About 42,
precise.
or they'll be around the same ones.
40.5 to 36.7. That's total minutes played per playoffs that they're averaging. Jaylen Brown has played less than Jason Tatum. The only difference in their game is 1 point when it comes to points per game. Like Jason Tatum has
And
26, Jaylen Brown has 25.
I think that's what Ramsey is a little. I think that's what because I mean both of y'all are essentially saying the same thing just in different ways. I mean, like I think what Ramsey is essentially saying is there's no point in Jason Tatum being in the game that late if they're up by what they're up.
Yeah, but
You see
that's
what I'm
crazy
saying?
because Jason. Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying it's crazy because Jason Tatum done played longer. He plays
Yeah, I
more
know.
minutes than Jaylen Brown, so that kind of kills that argument.
but
No, I
this is
mean
the
he
thing,
probably does
bro.
No,
overall play more
in
minutes,
crunch
but
time after they go up
that's what
20,
he's
30,
saying. Yeah,
bro.
after they
He's
go up,
just done.
he's probably chilling. That's what he's
But this
probably
is
saying. Like overall, he plays more minutes than JB. Yeah, but when it comes down to it, recently in the clutch when they've been winning those games, that's been JB out there. Jason Tatum been sitting like them last 2-3 minutes.
but that still don't mean shit, bro. But I'm saying
It don't make sense to me.
inconsistent, right? What I mean by that, you could see one thing the stats don't show, bro, is what they do in the possessions, bro. See, I'm going by what I watch, different possessions of the game. It been time Boston blown big leads, and Mavs have too. But I feel like Boston have blown more bigger leads than fucking the Mavs have. I feel like most part Mavs been just keeping the games close, And it's been time different possessions of the game. One quarter, Tatum is off. One quarter, Jalen is off. And there been some quarters where they both off. But lucky they got a good supporting cast that can keep them in the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing with them. Sometimes they don't make the best decisions. Now I think with the Mavs, they don't. The reason why they are where they are now, because you know what, they don't make too many bad decisions, in my opinion. Them bad mistakes.
Fair. That's
Tatum,
definitely fair.
Tatum and Jalen, bro. Sometimes like damn, bro. It's like they make immature plays. Sometimes like dumb shots. Sometimes they settle a lot. You know. So that's my
That's
only thing.
fair. Well, I mean, look, everybody's definitely put up fair arguments. I guess we'll just have to find out Thursday. What time I believe is they on the East Coast? So I believe 8 Eastern or 7 Eastern.
Thursday the
But
5th?
what? Yeah, I think they play Thursday.
They play
Yeah.
Thursday, is it? And they both rested too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thursday 8.
This shit gonna be cracking. That's all I know.
yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting series for sure. But
Let's go.
we're
Mavs
gonna do
6.
a check this. We got a WTF moment of the week, but it also involves basketball. Rob, I'm gonna let you take it from there.
Yeah, so y'all
So,
saw. So it's this whole discussion with Caitlyn Clark, right? And honestly, it's really not a Caitlyn Clark thing. I think it's the I would say the top five picks of the WNBA draft that's bringing some attention. Yeah, and I hate using the word hate because hate. I mean, whatever, but you know, it's looking like the veteran WNBA players are they've been showing a little bit of hate, man, and I know old girl from ESPN came out saying like what you guys expect them to do? Let her score, da 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 da. Like it's like only women get judged this way, like but we're just being competitive. But yesterday, Caitlin Clark. I don't even know the girl name. Let me see.
Come out from the skies.
Yeah, Shenedy Clark. Yes, Shenedy Carter. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Scored a 3-point shot, and out of nowhere, she just fucking fouled the hell out of Caitlin Clark. Unnecessary foul. A
not Thursday.
non-ball
Did
play.
you see what happened to possession before though?
What's she doing before?
Caitlin Clark pushed somebody in the back and was talking shit
Yeah,
and then ran down the court.
I ain't see that part.
And mind y'all, what people forget, and I hate that people forget this, that this conversation, well, not this conversation, but that this idea that these rookies is getting bullied. Do y'all know how much she was bullying motherfuckers in college? Doing the
How? I
exact
don't.
same shit that's happening to her? Y'all gotta realize she feeding into that shit. She out there talking just as much shit. That's why when it come down to the interviews and they asking, like, both her and Angel Reese, they both like, shit, it's part of the game. I don't even think they feel as offended as the fans do.
When she did that shit.
No, I'm saying, like, you just like, if you go back and look, she's had plenty of times where she's I'm talking about Caitlyn, push motherfuckers over, talk shit, did all that. So I'm like, man, I like all that energy, bro.
Talking shit is the difference from doing non-basketball shit. Yesterday, that's a non-basketball play.
She was pushing motherfuckers over the same way though. That's what I'm saying. If y'all go back and watch, she was doing the exact same shit that's happening to her.
No, she wasn't, bro.
Yes, she was.
Non-basketball. That's not a.
She's doing it. Bro, just the possession before.
So
she
you
pushed
saw
motherfucker in the
Caitlyn
back.
Clark just out of nowhere, just fucking tackle somebody on the floor.
Go back and look at the possession before. She had just pushed another motherfucker in the back and was talking shit on the way back down the court. So of course, somebody's teammate had they back and knocked her ass out. That's normal. That is normal, bro. And that was happening in college.
I mean, let's be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. But that goes to show you they choose angles.
Yeah, just look. I promise y'all, it's all the narrative, bro. Because she was doing all this shit that everybody else besides her is complaining about that's happening to her. She was doing the same shit in college. And she's doing it now. She's pushing motherfuckers in the back, talking her shit, bigging up. I would do the same shit to a rookie if a rookie came in talking shit.
You saw Caitlyn just giving out 30 plays. I didn't see her a lot. I ain't never saw no shit like that from her.
You can find it.
Bro, I ain't never seen no shit.
Now I will say this.
It depends on what you're looking for.
I'll say this because I see what happened.
Dirty shit to Angel Reese. So they ain't just her. They doing dirty shit to Angel Reese.
Right.
Now I will say this though.
She ain't no punk either. And she with it too.
That never happened before in the WNBA. All of a sudden now it's gonna happen.
You know what it is though?
I'm saying it ain't one-sided. That's all I'm saying. It's new to the NBA. Yeah,
it is.
We gotta consider like the whole narrative, you know what I'm saying, coming into this year.
It's not
biggest
new.
rookie.
No, it's not new.
All this shit. The energy is way different. So everything
it's not. It's not. The only thing is,
bro.
the only thing that's different right now is that we're actually paying more attention to it.
That's what I'm saying. The energy,
that's the only
looking
thing.
into it, the entertainment portion, everybody that's talking about it, it's just the whole energy behind
these girls been playing like that. They've been playing like that for a long time, doing their little dirty shit here and there. Because half of them can't even make a shot. The
That's
average
what I'm saying,
game
G.
score is like 60-something points. So I'm like, look, they've been doing this.
That's what I'm saying.
Been doing this shit, and I agree with you, Renz. I don't believe it was because who she is. Now, are there players that already are jealous? Yeah, they are. Yeah. They was jealous of them girls. Her. Not just Caitlyn, but Angel Reese and all them other girls that were making money in college. They was already jealous because they didn't have the opportunity. But it is sports. Like I done seen Caitlyn Clark come at somebody. I done seen her come at and get in people's face, and I done seen her shove people. Now it ain't no just egregious shit, and they're not gonna run with it on ESPN or any of these stations of her doing something kind of a little fucked up. They'll easily do it more to Grayson Allen trying to trip people. Remember, Grayson Allen was out there tripping people. They're not gonna do that with Caitlyn Clark. But these girls been doing this shit.
When it come down to it, you put your hand on somebody, you be ready to get your ass knocked back.
It's a different point. So I never seen Caitlyn never fucking just do some non-basketball shit out of nowhere, just fucking tackle somebody on the ground.
Look it up. It's there.
It might have been a basketball play.
It's there, bro. You ain't gotta come up. Come up with an excuse for it.
But somebody inbounding the ball, and then wait, hold on. And there's another thing. I don't respect most of these bras. You know, old girl. After the game, they try to ask in a press conference about that play. Oh, I'm not answering no Caitlyn Clark questions. But then the bra gonna come on the following day on Twitter, and I got the shit right here. First thing she said, we're grown as fuck. Y'all talking about enforcer. man, get the fuck out of here, Hooper, shut up. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that shit, right?
Yeah.
Then she's gonna say, and that's because besides the 3-point shooter, what does she really bring to the table? Come on now.
See, and that's where
She
I was
ain't
about to
wrong. I
say.
mean, shit, she
That's
ain't
the hated
wrong
shit.
because the only reason she was even asked that question is because it was Caitlyn. So she's saying like, "Fuck what y'all talking about. Fuck Caitlyn.
So
I
why do you
knocked her
go?
ass
You
out.
will go
So
on
what,
Twitter, but you'll go on Twitter and now you want to talk. You say, "Oh, what she bring to the
man?
table?" But if
Who don't
somebody
do that?
put you on the spot, somebody put you on the spot on your bullshit all of a sudden. I don't want to talk about no Caitlyn Clark, but you
I
want to talk.
wouldn't either.
Then
That's
you
a
got to. Then
rookie.
you want to
Fuck it.
talk about what she brings to the table. Let's keep it real. Nobody knew you before the foul. Nobody
Look,
knew
all I'm
you.
saying it. All I'm saying is what it is. That energy
Bring a
and
lot to the
all
table.
that. All I'm saying is all that knocking her ass out. That shit did not come out of nowhere. That's all I'm saying. That shit did not come out of
I mean,
nowhere.
I'm gonna say this though, in on both sides, because there is a defense for both sides. Because I saw the game yesterday. Well, I saw the game, I saw the play, all that shit. Caitlyn, what she did, was it a basketball play in a way? Yes. Was it not a basketball play in a way? 100%. Because I mean, as an athlete, you know what to do in certain situations to where you could possibly get somebody hurt and the shit that would not get somebody hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
And then on the flip,
I was gonna say real quick, my
uh,
bad. As far as her move, I wouldn't even say it was a basketball play because it was a motherfucking dead ball. It was change of
and that's
possession.
what
She
I'm
shoving
saying.
motherfuckers in the back. Like that ain't a
And that's what
basketball
I'm saying.
play. Yeah, that's what I'm
But I
saying.
mean,
It's a dead ball. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no basketball play happening
yeah,
if you pushing the motherfucker in the back.
you're right. But I'll say it like this too, because even with me hooping, the years that I played basketball, even throughout high school and shit like that, is little petty shit you do throughout the game to get in people's heads, right?
Yeah.
And you know that obviously you're playing football. A nigga might I purposely grab your damn face mask for like 2 seconds,
Your
and knowing
shit's
the ref ain't gonna
changed.
see the shit, and you can't do nothing about it. So I mean, basketball is kind of similar. I mean, in a way, because I used to do the shit. A nigga going up for a rebound, I might, you know what I'm saying, jab you in your rib a little bit, make you think twice about jumping next to me again like that. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens in the game every once in a while. So I mean, the response was warranted, but the type of response, you know what I'm saying? She could have waited till after she pulled up her jumper and maybe pushed her in the back on a whole different dead ball situation. That's where Rob comes in, where it's like
That's
that's
all I'm
not a
saying.
basketball play.
I'm cool with the shit. I'm cool with the shit talking
Neither
and
one
whatever.
of them
Yeah,
were.
It was a basketball play, y'all. In the middle of a basketball play, you right now you get some elbows and you want to bump. But a
But
motherfucker,
yeah, that
neither one of them's actions was a basketball
no, but
play though.
somebody, I
That's
don't
my
care
whole
who it is.
point.
It could be a men basketball, men, boys. I don't care. Somebody trying to inbound a ball, and you just out of nowhere, and behind your back too. That's a fucking punk
That's the
ass
same shit
move.
she did though. That's the exact
Oh,
same. That's what I'm telling
oh,
y'all. It was a dead ball and she puts another motherfucker in the back. And
that's some
then
pussy
came
ass.
back down to the other end, same motherfucking possession, and got knocked out. That's
That's like somebody.
fair game.
That's like somebody hitting you beside your head, bro, without you looking, bro.
Right. So what you gonna do? You gonna go back and chase their ass down and hit them
Caitlyn
upside
did
their
not
head?
do that the previous play. That's what I'm
What
trying to
did you see?
say,
Did you see what happened before then?
bro.
No.
I could scare. I could tell you off the rip.
Did you
Okay, I
see
just
it?
trying to sum it up, bro. It wasn't like that, bro.
Like what? You don't even know. You don't even know what we talking about. Did you see it? It was a dead ball. She shoved the motherfucker in the back.
Show the clip.
no,
All right.
yeah. Somebody pull up the film. Somebody pull up the clip. That'll be helpful for
Now, this
context
this ain't
purposes.
the clip, but it's to go to what Ramsey was talking about with Caitlyn been doing dirty shit for a while. Like we just ain't paid attention to it because they don't cover it.
That's what I'm saying. It's all in the narrative, bro. That's why all these players are saying, "Fuck what y'all talking about." It is what it is. I don't even know what game this is, but is that a basketball play?
Nah, but like I
No.
said, people do
Dead
little
ball.
nuances. But like I said, people do little nuances and little petty shit to get in people's
Right.
head. It's the game within the game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But also from somebody that shot over 1,000 jump shots in my life, and I know 1,000 ain't a lot, but I'm just saying, bruh, you don't want somebody coming down and fucking their foot being underneath your feet landing. That's just one thing that you're always scared of as a shooter. Once you jump, it's over with. You have no control of what the fuck happens after you leave your feet. But what the problem comes into play is Shorty didn't even contest the shot really.
What you talking about?
The Caitlyn Clark shit. It didn't even look like a shot contest.
I don't know which part are you
The
talking about?
play that Rob talking about. When Shorty got tackled and everything. Like that had basically nothing to do with anything that was going on within the game itself either. So that's why I say
the shit that she did the
no,
previous possession.
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly
right?
what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, as far as her, like, as far as her side not being projected, but every time she get pushed over, it's like, oh my God, why is everybody pushing down the princess? She's not that player.
That she is.
No, she's not.
Bro, why are we watching the WNBA?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Why are we watching the WNBA
listen to
right
what I'm saying, bro.
Why do
these that up there?
All of a sudden they flying private and shit. Just after Caitlyn Clark,
Okay, all right. Answer this.
Asia Wilson got her deal.
Answer this. Does it seem like any of the motherfuckers that's pushing her over give a fuck about any of that?
They should.
No, they don't. That's the point. So what I'm saying is, for her to be getting all this motherfucking cover, why is she getting pushed over? Why is she getting this? Why is she getting elbowed? Look at the film and look at what she came into the game doing. Look at what she was doing for the past 2, 3, 4 years in college, however many years she played. She's just as dirty as every motherfucker that knocks themselves into her. It's the same shit. You punch a motherfucker, be ready to get punched back. I don't understand what's so like why they're so like conditional. Like, cause nobody goes back and looks at all the motherfuckers she elbowed and punched and tripped and pushed in the back. But as soon as she get knocked over by a motherfucker that's just stronger than her, then it's a problem. But she's had plenty of history of being just as dirty as every motherfucker that's gotten on her ass. It's just the fact that now she's in the WNBA, she's the baby. And don't nobody that's knocking her over give a fuck about that.
I think two things could be true at the same time. Like, we all understand. I think we all can see the dynamic. Like, look, from the black side of the argument, look, I don't give a fuck about America's little sweetheart. She ugly. That's what these people that will argue on the other side will say. I don't care about her. It is what it is. Woo, woo, blah, 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 blah. They giving her more attention than they gave us before. That's what the argument's going to be from the opposite side arguing against Caitlyn Clark. From Caitlyn Clark's argument, and I'll be 100%. She's gonna have to just deal with it because the same thing LeBron dealt with when he came in the league.
Right.
We've seen how men treat other men when they come into the league. Like, LeBron had people on his team talking about we don't really need them, and y'all motherfuckers didn't even win fucking 30 games.
Man,
y'all didn't even make the playoffs. Yeah, so I'm like, you already. We know how it goes. The thing that I think a lot of people need to get through their head is we're watching women's sports and we're not used to seeing girls in this manner because nobody was watching these motherfuckers before this for real. I'll tune into occasional WNBA games, but when nobody really watching like they watching it right now, and they can't believe that shit is happening a certain type of way in the field, and it's gonna make them feel even worse when, like, oh, it's a black girl, they did it to a white girl. They're gonna keep playing on these racial dynamics to keep fueling this shit so people pay attention. Caitlyn just gonna have to suck it up. She gonna have to suck it up. Angel Reese have been getting her ass bullied too. They not paying attention to that. They want to play this racial divide shit, and that's what they're trying to get people emotionally involved in so they watch more games. But she just getting the same shit that everybody else was getting. Now, maybe just a little bit more because of how they hyped her coming in. Maybe so, but name a man that ain't went through that. The number one draft pick, every team in the NBA, NFL, every opposite team to them wants to embarrass that number one and show why that person wasn't supposed to be a number one. Now we're watching WNBA games and Caitlyn is getting the best of everybody and they showing her that she ain't there yet. Like, she just gonna have to suck it up. She's gonna have to suck it up.
That's it. You in the big league now. You're in the big leagues now.
I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying them coming and bumping the girl and hitting her in the back and all that shit ain't right. Just like when Chris Paul, matter of fact, Patrick Beverly went and pushed Chris Paul in the back when the timeout was called. Like, ain't nobody sit around and be like, yeah, Pat, that's what I'm talking about, Pat. No, he's like, Pat, you wrong as hell for that, bro. You don't push that man in the back during a playoff game. Like, we can still
True.
say that for Caitlyn, but we also have to understand why they did it. Just like some man going
Yeah.
and deleting half his family. You be like, why he did it? He's like, yeah, his wife cheated on him, gave him STDs, and the kids ain't none of them did. So I'm like, okay, I get it. I ain't saying he right, but I get it.
I mean,
True.
and like when I hear when I hear these basketball players talking about, oh, we're like, well, yeah, what she bring to the table besides your shooting? Like, nigga, what you mean? What she bring to the table? We only watching because her and I say the top 5 girls that got picked in the top 5. Let's keep it real. Like,
That's it. That's the only reason people tuning in.
I ain't gonna lie, we gonna keep watching too. It's only gonna get better.
Nah,
True.
it ain't. Look, yeah. and By the
It's only
time
gonna get
all
better.
of us, by the time all of us have gray hair on the balls, that's when it's
Nah.
gonna get good.
no,
Damn.
Juju,
All
I
right.
mean, shit, it's good now, man. What you mean?
Juju gonna
Go
turn the
ahead.
league.
Hell nah, you better watch a full WNBA game, man. I ain't never seen somebody go fucking 10 minutes, both teams without scoring a basket. That shit is ugly.
Yeah,
It's
that's in
always
the
been
NBA.
ugly.
I think
Nah,
Juju
man,
gonna
it
be
don't be like that.
Juju gonna be like LeBron in the league.
Oh my god.
Juju.
That's a
Hey,
name.
look.
CJ,
Oh, that's the league.
nah, man, fuck that. CJ, you got some other shit we both talk about.
The
Nah,
top
I was
top
about to say, look.
top 3 girls in WNBA. Watch, it's gonna be Angel Reese, Caitlyn, and it's gonna Juju gonna be up next. And I'll say,
Yeah, but she ain't gonna be like LeBron, though.
Not until Asia gone.
I mean, AJ Wilson, she the best player in that league right now. But
But she ain't gonna be
Sure.
like LeBron, though. Come on, we can't say like LeBron.
yeah,
We
That's the
don't
only part
know.
that
We don't know what a woman
man,
LeBron look
shit.
like.
Look, I
We
know.
don't know.
What she gonna be doing some free throw line layups?
okay, not the athletic wise. I'm talking about just come a household name wise, a superstar of the league. Let's say that. We ain't
Nigga
about
said free throw line layups.
yeah.
Oh, that's wild. But hey, look, perfect transition for all y'all. Hey, the WNBA, they got shit cracking right now. Yeah, if y'all ain't tuned in, you gotta tune into that shit. They got some big shit coming, big shit on the way. But yo, we gotta talk about another debate, yeah. So Gil's Arena, it was a while back that they did it, but they were talking about the top 5 point guards of all time. Now, I don't know how everybody feel about who they all-time top 5 is. Whoever's in the comments, y'all can comment who y'all number 1, 3, whatever the fuck, 1 through 3, 1 through 5, whatever. But those of y'all who's up here on the panel, obviously, one question alone: who's the greatest point guard of all time in your eyes? I'll start with JV. Do not say Steph.
Why you gotta go to me last? Can I go last?
No.
All right, you're gonna have to repeat the question now.
Hold on, real quick, before we go around, what's the context of greatest? Because everybody looks at
Whatever
what the
you
greatest means differently.
see, and this is why this argument was started. So Gilbert apparently, quote unquote, according to Rashad McCants, said that this list was supposed to not no hybrids, so strict straight point guards, no hybrids, so no Dame Lillards, no Stephs, no Westbrooks, the ones that you can possibly be considered two guards. But Gilbert apparently doesn't give a fuck about that, and half of the world doesn't give a fuck about that. So again, JVJ, I'm gonna ask you, who's the greatest point guard of all time in your eyes?
Man, you asshole. If we just saying strictly playing the point guard for what a point guard's supposed to be, pass, distribute, run the offense, right?
Yes,
No, I
sir.
ain't.
If that's what you want to go by, that's what you want to go by.
I'm saying, is that what we grading off of?
I think the
If
number
that's
one should still be unanimous.
hey,
I'm a
I'm
host.
doing it for a reason. I'm doing it this
We
way
I'm a
need
for a
host
reason,
on.
JV.
criteria first. We need to get a criteria for what we regarding a point guard as.
Listen,
Like, what is the point guard
I'm
position? Just playing
And
the
what
I'm
does
position.
asking
greatest
it.
mean? Does greatest
I'm
mean
asking it like this
ability?
for a
Does
reason.
greatest mean winning? Does greatest mean accolades?
No,
Is it just your
greatest to
favorite play
me.
style? Your bet? Your, you know what I mean? Like, what is greatest in this vote?
See, y'all ever watch Drink Champs?
Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to be.
All right. Say that then. That's it.
All
So
right, so here, if we
it's
going with
either
that,
this
greatest
nigga
point
or
guard,
that nigga. Whatever.
like greatest point guard of all time, and this is pretty much off of all of my own criteria of what I want to pick him. Steph Curry.
I knew you was gonna fucking say that shit. Rob, go ahead. Who's your point guard?
Greatest point
Why you
guard.
put boundaries on it?
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I know his position wise a forward, but I don't want to say LeBron so bad. But
Say it. Like, look, no bullshit. Say it
Look, nigga,
because look,
Giannis, look at that.
he not giving us no criterias right now. He's saying pretty much how you feel about it. You can use your own criterias, whether it's winning, what size they were, and all. You can do all that. Pick your own criteria. That's why I picked Steph.
Yay! I thought it was crazy because I wanted to pick Steph.
I
Steph
was like,
got 5 rings. And
Who the
then
hell let Lena up?
yeah,
I was like, whoa, who over here with the high pitched voice?
I'm sorry. Steph and Magic, to me, they both got 5 rings, and they both are excellent players, and they do play a point guard like you supposed to be. You know, they run their offense. I think they both good. After that, my next favorite would be my next one would be, even though y'all probably wouldn't be agree, is Allen Iverson. I like Allen Iverson.
She crashing the show,
He's not a
bro.
point guard.
Shooting guard.
Either way, though, he go. Keep it going.
Right,
I
whatever.
said
Rob,
Steph
who was
Curry
yours?
for me. Yeah, Rob, who you got? You can pick LeBron if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna say LeBron.
All right,
That's
Wally.
fair. Wally.
Yeah, honestly, I want to say.
Oh Lord. Because I pick on the criteria of you actually have to be a point guard.
Wally, wait, it don't
LeBron
matter.
did play point guard, by the way.
Remember, it doesn't matter, Wally. It doesn't matter about
play
that.
point
But
guard. Giannis
No,
play point
I know,
guard.
but y'all picked on y'all criteria. I'm picking on mine though.
yeah, just pick on
True.
it. Pick on it. Who you got? Who you
It's
got?
fair.
See, that's the thing I hate about this. You know what? For right now, I'm gonna just pick overall. I'm gonna say Magic.
All right, Magic. All right, Ramsey.
All right. So, greatest Magic, best Steph.
All right, and Lena picked Steph with me and Magic, so she split both of them. Go ahead, CJ. Back on you.
Ain't no damn split. She gotta pick one.
Oh, my bad, Steph Curry.
No, of course. All right, I got Magic. Me personally, Uncanny said Magic as well. But the reason why I asked it that way specifically, like I said before, on this show, it specifically got misconstrued. Obviously, the conversation of point guard, but they also had some very interesting things to say about Chris Paul and one from Detroit. Rob, you're not gonna like this. Isaiah Thomas. They had some very interesting things to say about them. So let's roll film. We gotta kind of run through this shit, but you know what I'm saying, comment is necessary. Let's get it.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna get this speed right. We're gonna go 1.5. 1.5, y'all. Listen carefully.
Time for your top 5 point guard list. So, Brandon, we're going to start with yourself. We'll post it on the screen. Give us your top 5 point guards.
Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, J. Kidd.
All right, Paul.
Everybody on this list has been to the final.
So, Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, J. Kidd. Anybody have a problem with this list so far?
No.
You know I do.
No.
Honestly, I'll probably take John Stockton off, and I'll replace it with like somebody like Steve Nash.
Respect. Now, let's move on.
Now,
See
I'm,
what
about to say,
Rashad
yeah,
talking
'cause
about.
I'm not taking no goddamn John Stockton off. I'll take Jason Kidd off. And
Then we in sync.
Nash, I wouldn't take either one of them off.
Steve Nash not getting on the list, but Jason Kidd getting off of it. My
You know-
bad.
The other list gonna get very interesting. Trust me. We got to see what Gil and Rashad talking about.
Yeah, to Luka got to be on that, but either way.
Yeah, the Luka.
Whether they won
Okay.
or lost, John Stockton got records that won't ever be broke. J. Kidd, I just think the mastermind of a point guard. Isaiah Thomas, let it be known. Magic.
Let it be known.
You know what Magic did Showtime, and then Steph Curry changed the game. So I don't know who's beating that, but good luck.
Steph ain't no real point guard, man.
Shit. He brings the ball up.
Everybody on the team bring the ball up.
He brings the ball up.
Draymond bring the ball up.
Now he does.
Oh, God.
Now he does. But in that heyday, when it was time to go get
Monte Ellis bring the ball up.
Monte Ellis a 2.
They both twos.
Didn't we say we wasn't gonna put because I was running the one?
Didn't we say we wasn't gonna put hybrid guards in him?
Who said that?
See, this is why I asked it like that.
You put
But this is the problem. If you don't have nobody.
Then we put LeBron in. We got Dame and all the other power 2 hybrids.
See, my other 5 is good too, though, but they took that out. You know, I had some West Coast, you know, some LA legends up in my other 5, but they didn't want to put that.
We had to whittle it down to top 5.
That's all right.
That's exactly why I asked the question like that, because I didn't want anybody misconstruing it.
You want to read the list of the people at home? J Kidd, Zeke, let it be known. CP, Steve, and John. Yeah, I like all of them.
As I mentioned, Chris Paul was going to get mentioned in this video. Does anybody on this panel have a problem with Chris Paul being a top 5 point guard of all time?
No, because he is a top 5 point guard.
If you grade on actually being a point guard by the textbook definition, Chris Paul is number 1.
Exactly, because he literally is that.
Over Magic and LeBron.
Over Magic, and if you go by
height requirement, everything.
Point guard.
Yeah,
no, I ain't even doing height requirement. Just textbook what a point guard's supposed to do.
That's what I call it.
They call that man the point god. Who else they call that? They call Magic.
You could low key put a job in there because he's a true point guard. He's just athletic.
Who, Ja?
Yeah.
Ja don't. His assist numbers ain't up enough.
Shit.
They not. That's why I said Luka would get in there before him.
The only plays Ja Morant call is ISOs.
Bro, he
just like I wouldn't put Kyrie in there. I wouldn't put Kyrie on the list because Kyrie or AI wasn't a point guard.
Kyrie.
And plus, if you look at the top list, Kyrie's like the last one on that list.
Kyrie is a 2.
Say John Stockton? Who's you talking about, Wally?
No, I'm saying when you look at Kyrie, like if you look at any overall list, like a point guards, he's literally late on the list.
I would put Kyrie, like if we were doing the best players to ever play the position, which means they could have played, like LeBron played that position, fucking Luka plays that position, and Luka's actually a full-time point guard besides his rookie season. But you can look at players that like AI was really a 2, but he played point guard too. If you look at people anybody that played it, this list would be completely different. But top point guards, actual point guards. I don't know how the fuck Rashad got Jason Kidd number 1. That's crazy.
I just want to say in 5 years, I mean, this is still young for Ja, but he's averaging 7.4 assists. So, I mean,
but I said 7 assists ain't bad for a point guard neither.
It is now. That's up there. It's average. It's average now.
5 years. This isn't 5 years.
Yeah, I'm saying that's average. Think about it. Luka been in the league for what? How many years?
About 7.
About 7 years. He came in. I think it's 7 because he came in when he was 18.
Yeah.
How long has Trae Young been in the league?
7. About 7.
Yeah. Him and Luka came in the same time. So 7 years.
Yeah, because they got traded for each other.
Yeah, but Luka been averaging 10 assists plus since like what, season 3?
Shit. Didn't Trae always damn near average 9-10?
Yeah, like at the for me to say anybody's a true point guard, you at least have to have hit a 9-point average assist per season. Otherwise, you're doing other things.
Luka is 6 years, not 7. He's not 7.
Okay, 6 years. So Luka and Trae 6 years. So that's just one more extra year then.
Yeah, because they got traded for each other. So.
But shit, ain't no way Jason Kidd should ever be above Isaiah Thomas.
See,
there's no fucking way.
Now we might have to slow the.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they put this as an order or neither. They just.
That's that order. That's his order.
They put that order. That's an actual order.
Top 5.
That's their order.
Number 1. Yeah,
Kidd
no, I
thought they just put a name. I thought they just picked a name. Okay.
Nah, that's their order.
Nah, Kidd
how the hell do you put John
list.
Stockton under them?
So
look, John Stockton. My bad.
At a certain point, I'm gonna ask you to slow it down, JVJ, because Gilbert is gonna say some shit, and so is Brandon Jennings. But we're gonna go ahead and keep on, you know what I'm saying, pushing through this shit because this video is pretty long.
All right.
The hybrid guards out. The big guard. These all guards under 6'5", 6'4", pure playmaking, team running point guards. And I'm fucking with Steve Nash and John Stockton is my white boy. So my white boys that's in there.
Magic wasn't a point guard?
Not to me. Based on criteria.
Magic on the point guard?
Not to me.
The team is 50%.
Magic won the point guard.
2.5.
He couldn't even answer that
We're gonna get
confidently.
read up.
So, but you said no Magic. Thought process behind that.
Just because it's like Gil's criteria was big guard, Norm Nixon, and then was the real point guards, but then they let Magic bring it up and he gave you all the assists. And okay, then he ain't no goddamn point guard.
We gotta get Magic on the show.
He ain't no point guard if that's the case. Then, like he said with LeBron, LeBron bring the ball up, he averaged most assists on his team. He the point guard. No, he not. He a hybrid.
So Zeke, we wouldn't consider Zeke a hybrid or Chris Paul a
At
hybrid
the time, it
averaging
wasn't
20?
Because they're not offensive-minded point guards.
They average 20.
They're not offensive-minded point guards. They're system players. That they get their points in the system throughout the offense.
Let it be
Same with
known.
Steve
That's
Nash.
true.
I mean,
Why can't we use a jersey shot of Steve Nash? We had to use him as a dog man. I'm just looking
Yeah,
at
you
it.
gotta
No
have
disrespect,
some
Underdog Fantasy. We
offensive
appreciate
line
y'all.
average for
Download the app. Promo
no
code.
matter what system you in.
mine.
So let's look at Gilbert. Your top 5 points.
See, I told you. I knew he would do it.
Shoot,
He couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself.
You want it off to the people who are visually impaired?
I got Chris Paul at the bottom.
Now here we go with
That's
Gilbert.
a guy got Chris Paul in there. It's fucking crazy.
This nigga got Bron, Magic, Steph,
Explain.
Oscar, and
Explain.
Chris Paul.
Explain.
Explain.
I can explain. Hold
He's
on.
better than John Stockton?
Oh, well, yeah,
Chris Paul better than John Stockton? I'm asking you.
As a point guard?
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me try it. So John Stockton, just in case you tried this shit. John Stockton averaged 13 and 10.5 assists. He was a 10-time All-Star, 9-time assist champ, 11-time All-NBA player,
And what
two-time steals champs,
Yep.
5-time All-Defense,
Yep.
All-Star MVP,
Yep.
19,000 points,
Yep.
over 15,000
Yep.
assists.
Yep.
Now,
Immaculate
Chris
right
Paul,
there.
18,000 points. 18, average 18, 9.5, 12-time All-Star, 6 times steals champ, 5 times assist champ, 11-time All-NBA, 9-time All-Defensive team, All-Star MVP, Rookie of the Year. He has 21,000 points and 11,500 assists.
It's a lot of accolades.
And been to
Whole
the
lot of
finals
it.
once
There's a
and
lot
lost.
of
We're
That's it.
talking about
We're talking about-
we're not talking about his finals appearance.
We're talking about
I'm talking about all that
Being
shit,
top
man.
five.
I mean,
Y'all
how do you
See?
See what I'm saying?
See? That's the difference.
But see,
And I
that's
mean-
the thing, though. We all know when you get to the playoffs and finals, that's all team. That's not about just one guy.
It
Wow.
starts with the point guard.
It may start with the point guard, but that doesn't mean nothing at the end of the day. It's still a team thing, though.
When do you need to perform your best?
Finals.
It's still a team. It's still a team effort, though.
Again, when do you, as an individual, need to perform your best for your team
At
to
all
perform its
times.
best?
At all
In-
times. As far
in
as
the
an individual,
playoffs.
at all times.
In the playoffs.
At all times. As an individual, at all times. As an individual. I'm not talking, like, we're not doing this shit.
You got
Playoffs and finals,
like-
that's team shit.
that's like giving an excuse for James Harden being top 5 shooting guard or a point guard because of his stats.
That's a fair ass.
Is
But my thing
James
is,
Harden,
who would vote for him?
is James Harden when he put up 30 and 10 for a season, top 10 point guard?
Yeah.
Do we consider Harden a point guard
Shoot
though?
guard.
Is the question.
During the time that he played point guard, man, look,
In Houston, he played point guard.
look, if we
know
really
what he
regard
played.
James Harden, if we regard James Harden just for his time in Houston where he played the point, and not it wasn't just Houston because he did the same thing in Brooklyn. He did the same thing in a sense, kind of hybrid out there in Philly. He could be on the point guard list. And if we considered him, even though we all look at him like a shooting guard, if we consider him a point guard, he would take some people off that list.
I mean, he definitely has the accolades. He's a 2-time assist
Could.
champion. I'll give
He for sure
yeah,
could.
he has the accolades.
For what? Who you taking off and why?
Okay, hold on. Whose list we going with?
Your list.
Oh, my list. Oh, yeah, he could take somebody off.
Who?
Like, my list was. Hold on, I didn't
Who
get my
is-
list. I didn't get my list. Oh,
I'm
shit.
just saying, who would just be a controversial name that you would say he's better
On this
than
list
that
right
point guard?
here, on this list right here, just straight up on this list right here,
Gilbert Arenas?
just for his time, yeah, Gil's list, I take Oscar off.
Oscar?
Why?
Yeah, I take Oscar off because Oscar. The only thing I think Oscar did better than him, was get his championships.
So perform.
Uncanny said Harden is trash. By the way,
So perform when it matters most.
I'm gonna keep it real,
Well,
bro.
he kind of did have fucking kind of who he had on his team.
All
Help
right,
him out.
answer this: Is James Harden a top? Is James Harden a top 5 shooting guard?
I feel like you gonna
I
pick
would put him in top 5 too. Yeah,
if you
You
pick
put him top
Oscar,
5 shooting guards?
yeah.
if you gonna pick Oscar, bro, I feel like you might as well just pick Russell Westbrook.
This is just off of his list, because if we went to the other list, like Rashad's list, I'll put
That's a
James
good
Harden.
point,
I want
Rob.
James Harden to be number 4
Um,
on this one for me. Because
let's see.
Jason Kidd gonna have to drop down. It'll be if we just graded
Wait,
straight
this
point
order, we
guard.
know this list all out of order.
Yeah, like if we just did this one straight up, it'll be probably true point guard. Chris Paul will be number 1. Then it'll be Isaiah Thomas, then John Stockton. Then I'll put Chris Paul on there. I'm kicking Jason Kidd off, and Steve Nash. He really got to go too, but I'll let him stay because Magic should be on that list.
Magic should be on every list.
You also
Like,
said true point guard though. Steve Nash is a true point guard.
yeah, but he ain't better than goddamn. He wasn't better at being a true point guard than goddamn James Harden was when he was playing straight point guard.
Yeah.
He wasn't better than Luka either. Luka a
know,
better
brother.
pure point guard than Jason Kidd was.
I don't know, brother.
Eh.
Even Jason Kidd said it himself.
It's a lot of shit that a lot of motherfuckers say that don't make a lot of sense. Bro.
And look, you coaching the motherfucker, so I get that gives you some type of like, yeah, you get a little pass for that. But even on this list, like, look, Jason Kidd gotta go. I would put James Harden there before I put Jason Kidd there.
I can't go with that. I'm sorry. I can't.
What did Jason Kidd do better than James Harden?
I can't go with that.
Shit,
Bro.
run an offense.
James Harden did that, and he took
James Harden offense was just motherfucking pick and roll.
Be real. James
Houston's
Harden.
offense with James Harden.
You don't make me come back on camera. Let me come back on camera. I'm coming back on camera for this one right here.
You be on camera.
James Harden playing the point guard with Chris Paul, because you know Chris Paul got slid off to being a 2 during that series.
Good.
They slid him off to the side to be a 2. The offense ran through James Harden. James Harden brought it up. James Harden set the sets. James Harden set the motions, all that. James Harden did all that. And he averaged 10 assists. And that man lost to the best team that's ever been assembled on the court. And you telling me that he ain't better than goddamn Steve Nash? That should have never won
Nash,
any
the only reason why Steve Nash didn't make it to the finals is because he basically lost to the carbon copy Jordan, Kobe.
Man, look, I don't want to hear that nonsense.
It's the same shit.
That's
if
saying
we talking about guards,
so I can give James Harden a pass then for losing to the greatest shooting point guard of all time.
I didn't say
Why
you didn't get a pass for that.
I'm just saying
championship got to do with point guards though.
I'm just saying James Harden was a better point guard overall for what you want out of your point guard. Because now that in our generation, the point guard position has advanced a little bit. Like you want your point guard to be able to go out there and at least give you 10 assists. That's what you want, bare minimum. Give me 10. If you give me 7 to 10, that's straight. But at least really give me 10. But then to go out there and be able to give you 30 on top of that. When you got your point guard getting guarded from the he goes, I'm James Harden. You know what that motherfucker guarding me? Right here. Not right here. Right here.
Okay.
The dude,
He got his that's his offensive skill though.
Dude, he got his buckets while still getting his numbers. That's why I give Luka so much respect. You get your points while still getting your assists. And it ain't like they just got stacked teams with just the greatest shooters in the world. They got people where they find them in the best possible position, like a point guard. I'm making your job easier for you.
Oh, Houston, where all they did was run motherfucking alley hoops off a pick and roll and hitting the corners. He didn't run an offense. That's what I'm saying. Like they offense was basic. James Harden at the top, pick and roll. Either they gonna foul him shooting a 3, or he gonna throw an alley oop or hit somebody in the corner.
They did do that majority of the time, but that wasn't all they did. They might have ran that probably about 35% of the game.
That's a lot.
35%. You still got 70. You still got 6. You still got 65% of what else the rest of the game is.
Look, and I ain't saying nothing is wrong with that because I feel like a lot more guards in motherfucking big man, i.e. Dame and Giannis, need to run the motherfucking pick and roll more. I ain't saying that it's bad, but shit, if that's your whole offense compared to,
well, he'll check it though. That's actually a compliment. Because
what
if
I'm
you
saying,
think about
but
it,
it's like,
no, I'm saying
but
it's actually a truer compliment than it can be anything a negative. Because
yeah,
this guy was so good at running the point guard position.
that's it.
That's all they had to do.
That's it.
That's think about it. That puts him on the list, right?
No, because his teammate had to be just as good.
No,
Yes,
they was
it takes
tossing,
two.
dude. They was tossing alleys to Clint Capella.
Exactly.
Clint,
He
who
always
is Clint?
Clint Capella's the motherfucker that catches alley oops.
Clint, you better stop.
All right, so look,
like we
wait a
talking
minute. So let me bring this back because I want to bring this right. So if James Harden's main thing was mostly throwing alley-oops, what we can agree on, that was his main play.
It wasn't his main thing.
It was setbacks.
But it was one of the main things as far as when it comes to passing the ball.
He used it a lot. How about that?
Well then fine. Then on that same notion, can we say the same thing that's what CP3 did in previous time frames?
We can say the same thing for fucking goddamn John Stockton, who he passed the ball to. John Stockton became the all-time leading goddamn assist player, passing to the all-time leading scorer.
Wait a minute, but John Stockton's a different notion, though.
It's the same. It's even worse. John Stockton became the all-time leading assist player. But who was his teammate? The all-time leading scorer.
Hey.
Like, what are you talking about?
You can't get assists without a motherfucker getting buckets. What are you talking about?
What list is Clint Capella on?
What do you mean? What list?
Karl Malone was the all-time leading scorer. How many years
did each pair play together?
Man, look, I promise you, even within the same time period, James Harden playing with Clint Capella and John Stockton playing with Karl Malone, if you just sucked it down to the years that Clint and James played together, Karl them still had less points.
Who got further?
They both pretty much got to the exact same point.
But I only asked that because that goes way back into the beginning, into where I said, what does great in the term greatest mean to you? Is it winning? Is it ability? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it style?
that was the whole trick that CJ was trying to put in there because he didn't want to.
My point.
He didn't, yeah. Because I think we all grade on different things, and if I think we all came to a consensus, if we all came to a consensus on what we graded on, I think we would be more in line with what we're picking. But we're all picking off of just whatever right now.
That's exactly why I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't say anything because they didn't say anything.
That's why you did that.
What I was trying to do earlier was actually do a little bit more comparison. But if we're trying to move players, well, yeah, but I'm saying if we're trying to move players up and down, like one way or another, we have to do some comparisons and look at some things and be like, okay, let's look at it from bird's eye view. Because I mean, as much as you may look at it, I mean, hey, if you want to sit here and say, well, who got more deeper than between CP3 and James Harden did?
I like that shit. More deeper. More deeper, bitch.
Yeah, well, look, whole point of this, ironically, we kind of got into the conversation farther, but Gilbert, I don't even know if we can skip ahead to a JV because I don't remember exactly what part of this clip it was at. But Isaiah Thomas and Rob, he walked away for the moment, was what I was going to have him key in. But who was a better defender, John Stockton or Isaiah Thomas?
Isaiah.
I don't know.
It was Isaiah.
Okay, Rob, now that you're back, because there was some disrespect put on your Detroit Piston favorite, Isaiah Thomas. Is Isaiah Thomas better defender than John Stockton?
And Rob, you on mute.
Yeah, you definitely muted up.
You muted yourself again. There you go.
So say it again.
Is John Stockton a better defender than Isaiah Thomas?
There you go. Just tell them who's a better defender. Whoever name you say, that's who you think is a better defender. Isaiah or John Stockton?
Man.
Damn, you struggling?
Yeah, I'm only struggling over there. I'm only struggling about this because I be having arguments with the old heads. Because I don't think the bad boy Pistons was a good defensive team like that. I just think they were just a bunch of hacks.
Okay, they were hacking.
That's why I asked Rob.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about just one guy.
Who's a better defender? Who's a better defender overall?
I say Isaiah. It's
See,
I don't think it's from a.
now
I
Gilbert's
don't think
argument was this.
though.
Gilbert was saying that John Stockton is a better defender because he's a 5-time all defensive player, right?
Yeah,
Obviously, it
but
goes based off of stats.
He did average more steals than.
Yeah, which is also something totally different. And that was another part of the argument that they were having. But
But
then
I think
Brandon Jennings turned around and said Chris Paul did not belong on anybody's top 5. So if we had to look into a comparison list and you only had to pick 3, you already got your first 2 and you only got one option left. You can only pick out of John Stockton, Chris Paul, or Isaiah Thomas. Which one of those 3 are you picking and why?
Chris Paul easy.
Rob,
Chris
since you
Paul.
got the floor already, you already got your mind made up. Why?
Hey, oh yeah, on the talent wise, Chris Paul got both of them. Skill wise, talent wise, Chris Paul is better than both of them in my eyes. Now we can talk about some people want to talk about how many championships he go. Well, fuck a championship, it's me. All right, I just think about talent wise overall. I think Chris Paul is just better.
It's definitely understandable. Now look, Wally, who you got? Chris Paul, John Stockton, or Isaiah Thomas? We're gonna settle this now.
As far as the better point guard,
If you already got your point guards picked out to start your team, and you had to pick one of those 3 as your backup,
so if I got to pick one of them as my backup, and you said CP3, who else?
CP3, John Stockton, or IT?
I'm going with Stockton.
Why Stockton specifically?
Because when I look for someone else to come up, I need someone to do something. And if I'm expecting someone to do something, I expect him regardless if he makes points or not, I expect steals, defense, anything that can get the secondary team, if that's what's on the field right now, to at least garnish that ball and make some moves. So yeah, John Stockton.
Ramsey. Ramsey's gone.
I'm gonna argue
JV.
Stockton though too. I cheated. I looked it up. Stockton made number 2 on the list when I looked it up.
I mean, Stockton is what 2 on the list for what?
For point guards in history. I checked it out. And I remember him. I know he was with the Jazz. He played against us, Chicago Bulls twice for that ring, for one of our rings. But I think he a good player though. Oh, you don't think so?
I mean, I'm 50-50 with Stockton because I know a lot of people. Let me say it like this: for somebody like Gary Payton to basically come out and say John Stockton was an efficient defender and could lock him down, and he was one of the few people in the league he was afraid of. It's kind of like all right, you know what I'm saying? I got to give him his props where props is due. But in comparison to Isaiah Thomas and Chris Paul,
Peyton didn't have no bag.
I mean, JVJ, that's part of the reason why I'm not picking Stockton. But I mean, if we're gonna be real, not having a bag doesn't necessarily matter. I mean, we didn't watch plenty niggas not have a bag, quote unquote, and still get multiple rings. So I ain't even worried about the bag conversation. I'm more so worried about facilitating my team. Chris Paul is the ultimate, like, you know what I'm saying? He's the ultimate point guard. He does literally anything you would ask out of a point guard. He passes the ball well. I mean, he defends well enough. He's just undersized, obviously, as of right now. But back when he got drafted, he was normal size for a point guard. I think IT just overall, what he does on defense and offense, that kind of just puts him over the edge in front of really everybody. I like IT better than everybody on that list, for real, though. And, I mean, we basically watched Chris Paul his whole career at this point because he got drafted in, what, 05, 06? somewhere around that time period. So we watched him from start to beginning. I mean, he's a great point guard, but I ain't gonna lie, Isaiah Thomas, what he did with Detroit, I don't really know what else you can really say compared to those other two guys. Like for real though, like in all honesty. But anybody else though, if I just missed anybody,
You got Ramsey back.
yeah, Ramsey.
Babel, what's up?
If you had to pick though, out of your 3-point guards, you had to pick a backup. You had Chris Paul standing on the wall, John Stockton, and Isaiah Thomas. Who are you picking?
Chris Paul,
And why is that?
because he played the game later, so he understands all the history that happened before him. He's seen all that. He's able to learn from all that.
That's a fair argument as well, too.
It's just evolution.
I mean, hey, look, that's a fair argument because I mean, the game does change on a consistent basis. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got Uncanny saying John Stockton, which is absurd, but I plead the fifth on that. But
John Stockton to be the last one off the bench. Like for me, John Stockton to be the last one off the wall. And it would come down to what do I need my point guard to do? Do I want him to come in here and be a point guard? Do I want somebody to play a little bit more defense? Because Isaiah played better defense than Chris Paul, but Chris Paul understood the game better than Isaiah did. Where
yeah, he
he is
did.
right now. But if I wanted just a true point guard, because I always picture it like I'm on the court, so I'm playing the two. If I ain't playing the two, I'll be playing the one. So if I can get him, he can play the one. Chris Paul gonna be my one. And I can work. I can do what I want to do.
That's a fair
Y'all remember
assessment.
that's why they blocked that trade. You remember that's why they blocked that trade for Chris Paul to LA. Because they already knew what time it was gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up in the wrong part of LA, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But as it stands right now, so let's take a quick vote. Let's start from the top to the bottom, though. Wale, who you got out of those three?
I already chose it already.
No, I'm just making sure we finna just give it a quick count
Yeah,
and
no,
make
I
sure to see
said
who
I said
everybody
as
got.
far as my bench for how I wanted to set up my team, my bench I would put Stockton on the bench. Behind my one.
That's one vote for Stockton. Wally, who you got? I said Wally. Rob, I'm sorry.
God
I was
damn.
just talking to your ass.
So what?
Who you got? Again, we just taking a quick tally vote just to see overall who actually everybody would pick as a collective. See who basically won.
What's that?
Chris Paul, John Stockton, or IT?
Who I pick out of them three?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Chris Paul.
That's one Stockton, one CP3. JVJ, who you got?
I got Chris Paul.
That's
Two
two CP3s, one
CP3s, one
Stockton.
Stockton.
I'm the only Isaiah Thomas, I'm guessing. Ain't that a bitch?
All right, so here you go. Hey, look, we know it's one. So Lena, who you got? CP3, Isaiah, John Stockton.
I'll have to agree with you this time, John Stockton. I thought he was an excellent player.
All right, two John Stocktons, one CP3, and two goddamn.
One and
But
two CP3s.
let me ask you this with the defense with Isaiah, right? I mean, what would
We
he
can't throw that in there.
what would he have done now? Him defensive player.
Just stay in front of his defender.
The same thing as everybody else.
Man, look, that's
I
the
already
biggest
have
thing we got.
Is he gonna bring me Drew Holiday?
Man, look, he could
Drew
possibly have
Holiday's an
plays like
anomaly.
that. Look, he could have plays like that, but we don't really know how his size would have really matched up with these players' size. Because if he played in this time, he'd be a little bit bigger than what he actually was.
True.
Unless he just want to go that KD route, just say F the system. I'm taller than everybody, and I'm gonna just shoot over him. But Ramsey, you the last one.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul win.
Wow, the point guard comes out victorious, apparently, the nickname. But Uncanny down there, he got John Stockton. Obviously, we read that already. But
Yeah, he
before we,
light skinned people.
I'm gonna
Okay,
plead the fifth on that.
Marcus.
Like them vanilla killers.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
yeah. Apparently, so does
but
Lena. She like the vanilla killer too.
Vanilla killer.
I have to I don't know why people hated on John Stockton. Like he didn't do his time. Like
Well, he did great.
he,
They're not hating on him, Lena. Just comparing his accomplishments to what other people did.
Yeah, Johnny
He
Boy
just
can
wasn't.
stay
He
where he
wasn't
at.
as good as. He wasn't better than like honestly. If you go to any black community and ask them who they would take, Isaiah or John, they're gonna take Isaiah. Now, if you
Mhm,
go to the white community, you might get a 50-50 split.
mm,
True.
okay.
It's clearly Isaiah. Isaiah was a better player overall, and he also played the point guard position compared to John Stockton, who literally had Karl Malone his entire career.
Yeah, he did. He had the mailman. Jazz and Sultan. Those are excellent teams.
Yeah, because
Yep.
I already know the rebuttal argument. It was like, well, he had Bill Laimbeer and all these. I'm like, he go, does any of those guys
Bill
match up to Karl
Laimbeer was
Malone?
just beating ass.
Yeah, he was just fouling people. But I'm like, the people that they would go to try to say like, oh, they had the bad boy Pistons. I'm like, okay, are any of those guys better than Karl Malone? The answer is going to be no. And then after that, it's
Mm-mm.
like, if you put all those guys together, were they better than Karl Malone? And the answer will be a resounding no. All them guys together weren't better than Karl Malone. So like John Stockton had a better player. John Stockton was never the best player on his team. Isaiah Thomas was.
True. Even though we don't support Geppetto's on his page, you're definitely correct. Um, fact. But no, before we get up out of here though, we about to wrap this shit up. We've been on this bitch damn near 2 hours already. Hey, everybody, let everybody know where they can find you at. We'll start down below with Ramsey. Let everybody know where they can find you at, my dog.
Shit, you can find me on Instagram, R Thunder
Creeping.
_09. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter or X at Thunder with 3 R's and 2 underscores.
Man, you already know what it is, my boy. Appreciate you for hopping on as always. Wale,
Appreciate you
let
having me.
everybody know where they can find you at, my dog.
Man, y'all can find me anytime over here when your boy CJ got another show. Man, we out.
Man, you
What
already
about
know
me?
Wally sound like
Damn,
Wally
you
sound like
sound
his ass
defeated
finna
over
take
there,
a
dude.
nap.
Well, I'm tired. I'm tired. My head's swollen. When we
Let's
do
say
these
this nigga
arguments,
Wally
boy,
sound like that nigga
He
need a
said, "See me when
Tylenol
you
and a
see
good
me."
meal. That's what the fuck that sound like. So, but appreciate you for hopping on that as always, my boy. Rob, my boy, let everybody know where they can find you at, my dog. Mr. Big Back for Life.
Hey, shit, Big Back for Life. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Gonna keep growing, man.
Yeah, as always, man. Appreciate you. Like and subscribe to what Rob got going on. One of the funniest Instagrams that's out there. Lena, let everybody know they can find you at.
You can find me on WJ's network. I have nothing on my channel, but positive vibes. I think it's 9709. And love your shirt, Rob, representing the clan. Excellent shirt. Excellent taste.
Yo, you gonna
Ever.
have to change the wording to that. Clan sounds crazy.
Who's clan? Oh yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, you gotta change that. The clan sounds absolutely absurd. That
The Black
sounds
Clan. It's
crazy.
the Black Clan.
Right, it's the black clan.
You
The
gotta
Black
be.
Clan.
Hey, last but not least, JVJ, let everybody know where they can find you at, my dog.
And like, y'all can find me out. Y'all can find me over here anytime CJ calls me at the last minute to do a live stream. And you can find me over on my shit on the regular. I'm sorry, I had to say that shit. I couldn't let it go. But
Yeah, I know.
you can find me over here on the network when CJ's doing the show, and you can find me over here on look, man, look, just go to the description tab. You'll see all the places you can find all of us around here.
Yeah, pretty much. And always like and subscribe to the C Money Podcast, part of the JVJ Network. Got some new music out, ironically crazy. Link in the description. JVJ said he fuck with it. Sent it to everybody I know. So hey, check it out. Get my little views up. But hey, we about to be out this bitch. Peace.
Woo woo.